So we're here in Jogjakarta on the final day of the seminar. Gowri, can you please introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Sure. My name is Gowri Mirlay Achanta. I'm from St. Joseph's Boys High School, Bangalore in South India.
Wonderful. And Gowri, before we came here to Jogjakarta, what were your expectations of the seminar?
I was very excited because this is the first international seminar I'd be attending. My second visit to Indonesia, and I've been to quite a few parts of the world, but that's very different from coming to an international conference of Jesuits. And having worked in my school for 40 years, I was very, very excited, as I still am. I hope to meet people from around the world, which happened, and I've never met people from 37 nationalities all at one go. I was excited about that. That was one expectation. And Jesuit culture is very unique, so I was hoping to learn a lot, which I have. So it's been a very, very enlightening and enriching experience for me.
And is there anything from your experience this week that surprised you, or that you maybe didn't expect, or that exceeded your expectations?
Yes, very much. I was very surprised from hearing the speakers in both the United States and from Europe that they're grappling with a problem of what they call secularism, which was a lack of faith or a declining attendance in churches, because in India that we don't have that problem as yet. It might just come. We tend to follow Western trends, and that was something very new and unexpected. I didn't really expect that. I also think that where our Indian team grappled with the word secularism itself, because in India we're very proud to be secular, and by secular we mean that we embrace all religions. So, but in the West it seemed to mean agnostic or atheist. So that was quite a surprise for me, and I'm very surprised. And I also want to know, I was following very keenly all the speakers and wondering what they're going to do things differently, because I think faith is the foundation of everything, whichever religion it may be, and there seems to be a big loss of faith there. We have completely different contextual problems in India, so that is what really struck me.
Great. And what do you think has been the most important learning for you that you'll bring back to your school?
I think that one of the most important things for me is that we also are facing, or we will face, a loss of faith from the younger generation. And being a secondary school teacher, high school teacher, and I teach teenage boys, and school is 166 years old. We have a great legacy, especially of, I wouldn't say just religious, but cultural history. And definitely I can, because it's an urban area, I can see a loss of faith coming in, but ever so slowly, not in comparison to Europe. But that will surely be a problem soon. So faith formation is, I think, very important. And when I go back to school, I'm going to take some very good ideas that I've picked up over here from different speakers, and dialogue with my teachers and my school principal, and say, how can we put it together and start this in a serious way in our schools? That's my big learning.
Wonderful. And Gowri, can I ask you one last question, which is maybe a bit more personal? What has it been like for you as a Hindu woman here in this context, talking about educating for faith?
It's been wonderful, and I think I'm so blessed that I belong to an Indian Jesuit school, because we have had more than 1,000 years of interfaith culture. It's not new to us at all. And I have never ever been so proud of our Indian Jesuits, the way they have handled both scenarios. They've kept their Catholic identity very strong. In my school where I teach, we have Mass every Friday, we have different Masses, Thanksgiving and so on. We have catechism classes during school, we have statues all around. So in our context of my southern city, and in many parts of India too, it is very, very free to worship. A good many, almost half my staff is Catholic. So it is, and I think not for a single moment in my 40 years have I been made to feel different, that I belong to a different faith. I've been embraced, loved, respected, given places purely due to my merit. And all this merit I lay at the feet of the Jesuits. It's they who have literally brought me up from age 22 to 61. It's been a long journey, and I respect them for the very, very broad-minded, ready to change, ready to embrace every possible culture. And this, I think, is unique to Indian priests. I wouldn't have thought so. I realized I took them completely for granted, and it's only at this international conference that I realized how different they are from priests elsewhere, how much more difficult their role has been being in India, and how well they're doing it. I cannot believe we have 4,000 Jesuit priests from India, and we are just 2%, Christians are just 2%, and Catholics are just 2% of the entire population. So it says they're doing something well, and they're doing a great job. So being a Hindu, I'm both in it and I'm outside it. I'm on the inside because I'm in a Jesuit school. I'm on the outside because my faith is different. But the way they weave it together in our schools is that we just don't feel different. I have other Hindu staff, Catholic staff, the priests. I attend mass whenever I feel like I'm going by. There's so much freedom that it's very easy to be a Hindu in a Jesuit school, and it's not I alone. We have ever so many teachers like myself who have taught for 20, 30, 40 years being Hindu, being Muslim, and we feel loved and respected. So it's been a very, very easy thing for me, and only after coming here I realize how unique that is. I've just taken it all for granted and thought that's the way it is, but it's not. So my heartfelt gratitude and hats off to our Indian Jesuits for doing such a fantastic job and navigating it for almost 400 years in India.
Yes, and with almost half of the Jesuit schools in India, we have a lot to learn from the Jesuit schools in India.
Absolutely, I think so. That awakening has come to me in Jogja. I was just kind of in it and didn't realize only when you come out sometimes you view or your own context and your state and your country and your faith from outside, it looks very different. So I have had a perspective I never expected to get, and I'm so deeply grateful for also being able to meet people like all of you from different nationalities, interact and take so much back to my own school and my community.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gowri, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you here, and we hope to meet you again and to stay in contact.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Educate Magis and Kiara. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.